We request you to kindly be seated for the meditation. Welcome, Masters. I welcome you all to the day 2 of Holistic Buddha 2. Just read. I would like to invite Bhagyashri ji for today's session.
Hi, Anita. Hello,
Hi.
everybody.
Hi.
Hi. I hope everyone's doing well. And today is the day 1 officially. There have been a lot of questions and a lot of enthusiasm, and it's fantastic. Today, Ayushi, we also have with us Anushri. Hi, Anushri.
I'll just spotlight her.
Yeah, you can spotlight Anushri as well as Ayushi. Yeah.
Hi.
Hi, Anushri.
Hello, everyone.
So, Anushri, request if you could give your brief introduction for everybody's benefit.
Yeah, for sure. Hi, everyone, and thank you so much for joining. And thank you to PSSM and SWAG for this amazing platform and lovely audience. So I am Anushri Somani. I am currently based in New Jersey in the US, and I'm originally from Mumbai. I'm a holistic nutritionist, a certified holistic nutritionist and a plant-based chef, but most of all, a fruitarian nutritionist. And the journey that I'm most grateful for, 12 months, no, actually 14 months now of being on this fruitarian lifestyle, and absolutely loving every bit of it. I have so much to share in terms of how I even got here and my entire experience on this journey, which I will be sharing through the course of these next 7 days. But it's lovely to be a part of this community, to be even guided in such a beautiful way over the last 1 year. But now I think to be able to coach and help people like you all to get on this lifestyle and experience what we all have been experiencing for so long. So yeah, that's just my journey in brief, but I will be sharing more. And thank you again. And yeah, over to you, Bhagyashri.
Thank you, Anushri. Thank you for the wonderful introduction. And I'm sure everybody is looking forward to hear from you as to how did you join, and how your journey has been this far. And you've been fairly long in this journey, and many of us are very new, including myself. But the drastic benefits that you must have experienced over a period of time, I'm sure everybody, including me, are looking forward to hearing from you. And just a heads up, everyone. Today's session, Ayushi will be sharing a PPT, just so that you are clear with the flow of the event. We will be sharing a PPT, and we will again reiterate all the key points for you to note. And then it will be followed by a Q&A session where the platform will be open to you guys like yesterday. So a humble request to everybody, please, if you have any questions, please raise your hands in advance. Towards the end, when the session is about to end, a lot of people raise your hands then, and then it becomes very difficult due to paucity of time. We absolutely don't want to miss out on anybody. So please proactively raise your hands when the Q&A session begins. This is a heads up in advance. All right. Thank you so much. Now, before we begin, how's everybody doing? Can everybody just type in something in the chat as to how is it going? How did you begin, and how's the feeling so far? Honestly, whatever it is. Good. Okay. Request everyone, to please share. Is fantastic, great. And feel free to be honest, okay? Everyone's journeys are different. We just would love to hear from you. How's it going? Please type in. Great, enthusiastic, excellent. We'll be starting tomorrow. Oh, okay. Lovely, but a little stressed. That's fairly normal. And, we'd love to hear from you, Shalini. Why are you stressed? Because I'm sure that we'll be able to help you de-stress. Excellent. Motivation to change the food habit. Perfect. Going back to our roots, what we were originally made for, right? Going good. Fantastic. So in the Q&A session, right, please feel free to use the platform, okay, to ask your questions, any doubts that you have, anything that you'd like to share, even your experiences. The sky is the limit, or maybe not even the sky, right? Do not hesitate. All of us are fairly approachable, okay? So don't worry at all. We'd love to have a good dialogue with you. Okay. Okay, due to some master's thesis, okay, not able, somebody was not able to start, no worries. Happy and energetic, good and energetic. Day 1, done well, slight headache, but happy that I've started. That's absolutely normal. Good, since yesterday night, only fruits, morning 3 bananas, noon, okay, perfect. Amazing. That's great going. Congratulations. No problem at all. Fantastic. Okay, then it's great to hear everyone's very enthusiastic and energetic. This is great going. So may I request Ayushi to please share her screen with the PPT? Ayushi, is she there?
She's there.
We could spotlight her. I'm not able to see her.
Yeah, wait, I'm spotlighting her.
Mm-hmm.
She's already there in the spotlight, but she can start sharing it anyways, as she
Okay.
most. Yeah.
Okay, I am not able to see her, unfortunately. Anushri, are you able to see Ayushi?
Actually, no, strangely. Yeah, I'm
Okay,
able to see her.
Yeah.
She's
Wait.
there now.
Yes.
Now I can see.
Yes.
Yeah, she's raised her hand.
Perfect. So Ayushi, over to you now. Request you to please share your screen.
Yeah. Actually, I joined from my laptop and I think there is some problem in the connection. So I have shared the PPT with you. Can you please share?
1 second. Have you shared it on WhatsApp?
Yes.
All right. I'll do that.
She's saying unmute her.
Yeah. That's fine. Okay, you have to share it from day 2, Bhagyashree.
Yeah, sure. I'm just trying to download it.
No, you can share it that way only.
Okay.
Directly from the web. Yes.
All right. Okay then. It doesn't go full screen, is it? It does?
What?
Nothing. I just figured it out. I'll share my screen right now. Is everybody able to see my screen? Perfect. Over to you, Ayushi.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah, so hello and welcome all the wonderful souls today. Today is the day 2 of this beautiful journey, which is going to help you to know yourself more deeply from the nature's perspective, actually. I know a lot of you must be wondering that how is it possible that just by eating fruits, we are able to cure all the incurable diseases and people are getting back their peace of mind. So it's not only about food, which I would say food is just one dimension that we have, that we are knowing here that yes, now fruits are our basic fruits, right? So now there are some other dimensions also of health. We'll see that. Next slide, please.
Yeah. Here you go.
Yes. Okay. So what do we really know by living naturally? We will be going deeper into this conversation today, and we will ask ourselves, we will question ourselves that whether we are true to ourselves or we have been lying to ourselves, right? So as I have earlier said in the yesterday's slide, that uh, you know, we have to become a natural human being completely. We are a natural human being, but we are not completely a natural human being right now with the kind of lifestyle we are living today. Okay. So let's see what is the real meaning of natural living. I think they are saying that slide is not clear.
Yes, actually the blocks, we are getting that,
Blocks are coming
blocks,
there. Yes.
black blocks, yeah.
So Bhagyashri, can you please check it out?
Okay, I'll stop sharing and share it again, okay?
Yeah.
All right.
Or Ayushi, you can also try from your end if you possible, because I've made you co-host.
Wait, let me see. Yeah, now it's clear, I guess.
Much
Right?
better.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So the same slide only, the back. Yeah.
Perfect. Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. Thank you so much. So we are going to see that what is the real meaning of natural living. Now, natural is a word which right now is used in very unnatural ways, and people think that yes, they are doing something natural, okay, which is not true. So if you put everything, if you look everything from the perspective of truth and lie, whether it is a truth or it is a lie, you will be able to very easily make out that whether you are eating a natural food or not, whether you are drinking natural water or not, whether you are living in the natural environment or not, and whether you are a natural human being or you are not. So let's look into that. What is the meaning of natural environment first? Next slide, please. Okay. So natural environment and unnatural environment. I hope it's very much clear with these pictures that we are living in an unnatural environment. We are using electrical appliances and all the machines to store our food, to make our food, or to serve the food, right? To heat the food, which is not natural, which is unnatural, and which is also harming our environment. Then we are relaxing on couches and just eating or just engrossed in mobile phones, which is not natural. We are having very comfortable beds and nice bed sheets, but still we are getting sleepless nights. Why? Then you are working in an environment, you are working, you are doing a job, but you are stressed. Why is this happening? You're earning money also, you're living a good life also, you have everything what you want, but still you are stressed out. Have we ever thought that why is this happening with us? Our body needs air conditioners, coolers, or heaters in winters. Why? That is not natural. Is it natural to use a AC? No. Our body don't require air conditioners if we are living naturally, if we are eating naturally. So, what is the natural environment? The natural environment is living with the nature, the trees, the other earthlings which are there, the sunlight, experiencing the sunlight, then spending time with your friends and family and not in your mobile.
Did we lose Ayushi or is it me?
Yeah, the voice, I mean, she's got disconnected.
Ayushi, you were sort of disconnected for a bit. You were not audible.
Yeah. Now am I audible?
Now you're perfectly audible.
So I don't say that you just leave the comfort of your home, or you just leave your home and go and stay in a jungle, or just wander around here and there. It's not like that. But what you have to do is you have to think deeply that what is the purpose of your life, why we are living, right? Why we are doing this particular thing. Is it giving us happiness or not, right? And then you have to try to spend most of your time in nature with your friends and family you love, under the sunlight, which is the best medicine. So you need to work on all these things, that yes, what you are really doing and what is unnatural and what is natural. Next, please. Now comes a very big topic, natural food. Okay. Now, if you consider whole pulses, grains, or oats, or vegetables as natural. So I have a question for you, that can you eat all these things raw as it is there in the picture, or as you get it from the market? I know the answer is no only, right? We cannot eat the grains or we cannot eat the pulses just like that. So it is not our natural food. It is the food for different earthlings or different animals which are there. We humans just think that everything on this planet is ours and we can use it as we want. But that's not the case. So all these pulses, grains, these are for some other creatures which are there on this planet, which Mother Earth has, which are also child of Mother Earth as we are. So what is our natural food? This comes a question. For any particular organism on this planet to decide that what is a natural food for the particular organism, is that it goes through few points which I am going to say. Now you just think and compare the two foods on these criteria. Any organism does the same, right? First of all, it should be natural as the mother nature is giving us in its own form. Second is that we should not be changing the form of that food. We must be eating it as it is given by the mother nature. So just compare these two. Fruits are sun cooked by the mother nature for you. They are not raw. They are sun cooked. We are eating cooked foods only. Fruit is cooked by sun, right? Then second thing is that your senses must be involved in that food and they must be accepting it. When you will see and you will be fascinated towards it. Yes, you want to eat that. Then the taste of it, you will like apple, but you cannot eat green chilies just like that. You have to mix it with lots of things, vegetables, then salt, then something, then cook it, right? So you have to process those foods, but you don't need to process the fruits. You can eat them as it is. They will be sweet. You will like them. You will automatically get attracted towards sweet foods, right? And we are designed to eat sweet fruits. It is the food which is anatomically and physiologically designed for your body. Okay, then you can eat that particular food in abundance, for any organism. If it is its food, the particular organism can eat it in abundance without getting sick, without getting ill, without getting diabetes or other things. Have you ever wondered that why lions, tigers, or other animals, they don't have hospitals, why they are not getting so much ill, or they are not dying of heart attacks and all? Because they are eating their natural food, and nature has given them their basic instinct to know that yes, this is my food and this is not. So for a lion, say, if you will start giving him lots of grains and all, right, it will not be able to digest it. They are going to show some of the other symptoms. Same, if you are having all the extra proteins, which you think that, yes, I'm drinking milk, I'm having curd, and it is good for me. It's not. Your body is slowly getting poisoned and getting toxins are depositing in your body. So just see what is truth and what is lie. You will be able to know that, yes, this is my food and this is not my food. Next slide, please. Now, why I'm saying this, because we human beings are born frugivores. We are designed to eat fruits, as I said. There is difference in your organs.
Digestive tracts.
Hello?
Sorry,
Yes.
digestive tracts.
Okay. Am I audible, right?
Yes, you are.
Okay. So our organs are different. The size is different. The hormones which are produced, they are different. The digestive enzymes are different. So if we compare ourselves with carnivores or omnivores, right? So a lion's intestine is only about 7 feet long. So that whatever it is eating, it just goes out, throws out. It doesn't accumulate inside, because if it will accumulate, it may have problems. Coming to the human's intestine, it's 14 to 15 feet, just double the size of the lion, right? So it's not designed for the food which a lion is eating, or if any omnivore animal is eating, because their stomach acidity is also less than 1 of pH. The pH of their stomach acidity is less than 1, because it is designed as, because it knows that yes, it is going to eat flesh, which needs this much of acidity to be digested, as compared to humans' stomach acidity, which is 4 to 5 only. Then the stomach type is simple. Then humans have got carbohydrate digesting enzymes in their saliva, whereas carnivore and omnivore don't have. Right? Now, the most important thing here is about the colon. So the colon of a carnivore animal is simple, short, and it is smooth. It's very short, it's very simple, and it's smooth. Same is with the omnivore animal, right? But with humans, it's very long and it's sacculated. There are sacs where the food gets deposited and lots of absorption and everything takes place, where your healthy gut bacteria also develop for getting absorbed in the body, as in for producing your vitamin B12. Then there is also change in kidneys. So in carnivore and omnivore, they have extremely concentrated urine, but in humans, it's only moderately concentrated. So we are designed to eat fruits. We are born frugivores by birth, but it's just the conditioning which makes us eat so many foods which are not designed for the body. And the result is in front of us. Diseases are increasing day by day. The names of diseases are increasing, the numbers are increasing, and the person is busy in collecting money whole his life, and at the last time he's spending that in a 5-star hospital, not hotel, right? So what's the use of that then? It's important that we should awake. Now let's come to look about what is natural water. Today, we are so fearful of just drinking water from the taps or a flowing river, or if you see a very clean water in a river or somewhere on the tap, and as we see like on the station and all, right? Railway stations and all. So we are so fearful that we just want that plastic bottle and we will buy that bottle. And I don't know since how long it is stored in that, right? And from where it's passed, it must be exposed to sunlight and it's stored airtight. There must be some chemical work which has gone inside with the plastics. We believe in machines. We are becoming slaves to machines. So we trust more the machine rather than our Mother Earth, which is giving us pure water. So we have to remove our fears, just be fearless and start finding the natural source of water which you can find around you and start drinking that water. If there is a river, if you are getting the groundwater, submersible pumps are there, or if there is a hand pump nearby you, or simply the tap water, which we have been drinking. Like I have been drinking tap water and groundwater since last 9 months, and the same I'm giving to my children and family also. All the most of the people who have started their fruit journey and they are on 7 months, 8 months, 9 months of eating fruits, they all are drinking normal water. We are not drinking water from any RO, any Kangen, any filters. So now let's see that what is the meaning of natural human being. So being a natural human being means just follow your natural instinct, like other animals or other earthlings on this planet are doing. They are just following their natural instinct. There is no one to teach them that no, you have to eat this. There is no dietitian, no doctor for them to tell them that you have to eat only this much of grass, you have to eat only this much of flesh, or you can eat only this much of fruit. They have their own natural instinct. They are not following any advertisements, any celebrities, right? That yes, I have to become like this. I will what the particular celebrity is eating now, I will eat that. So we all are born with a natural instinct of how to live, what to eat, and what is our purpose of life. But what happens with us, what has happened with all of us here, is that as soon as we were born, we were given things which were really not designed for us. We were fed cow's milk, right? So all that instinct with which we were born, that was taken away, snatched away from us, and all the conditioning of the wrong things and the wrong inputs were given to our device. And the result is that all the circuits are just breaking now. So you have to go back to your natural basic instinct and follow your natural instinct of living, of eating, of enjoying your life, because God has made this life very, very simple. It's us who have complicated it. It's very simple, just like the other beings on this planet. We know everything by birth. We just need to switch back to that. Thank you so much for today. This was all I had for you. Tomorrow we will be talking about detox, what detox is. Now over to Bhagyashree.
Thank you, Ayushi. That was really beautiful and deep, right? Because there's one thing that we can just tell people to follow, and people would follow. But when we understand at the core why we follow what we follow, there are two aspects. One was the scientific nutritional aspect, which you covered today, and yesterday was to a great extent the karmic aspect, which Sir covered. So both, when we actually are conceptually clear, only then I think that we will be able to truly live holistically, the most natural way that we are designed to. I just also would like to share with everybody that we genuinely as human beings are very intelligent, naturally born intelligent beings. Okay. It is so wrong that we were conditioned to learn wrong things, right? Imagine our tongue knows what is sweet and what we like, right? It was conditioned that we should eat bitter gourd, which is Karela, right? We never liked it as a child. I'm sure whoever likes it today is an acquired taste, just like alcohol, right? It's an acquired taste. Nobody in their first natural instinct would ever like alcohol or even Karela, right? And yesterday, Sir also touched upon this, that cooking is an art. One has to learn it. One has to be trained to cook. How do you make breads? How do you make rotis, chapatis, fulkas? You don't know since birth how to do it. You observe somebody, you make mistakes, you do trial and error, and you perfect that skill. That is when your rotis become round and soft and fluffy and whatnot. But that's not natural, isn't it? Eating fruits is natural. There's hardly any child who will not like fruits because it's sweet to the tongue. We enjoy the textures. There are such varieties of textures and crunch and soft. All types are available in different colors. Like you imagine pomegranate, which is anar, so beautifully red, juicy, and such a treat to the eyes, isn't it? So we are naturally intelligent. We know what we should do, what we shouldn't do. We have spoilt our relationship with our bodies, right? I want to share with you guys, there are so many things that I was suffering from that I did not even realize. I predominantly joined this journey for my obesity, but I wasn't even aware in so many other ways I was suffering. One is depression, one is insomnia. I used to not get sleep at night, and I used to be awake, and then I would binge watch Netflix or be online on social media, right? And now I sleep like a baby. There was also constipation, and now I feel so light. I'm very happy to share that I just lost around 7 kgs, which I just shared with Ayushi some time ago. Yeah. And it feels amazing. One more thing, weight is only one aspect, but the way I feel inside is so light, energetic, and full of gratitude. My perspective in life has changed so much. No kidding. My relationships have improved multifold, right? The way I value relationships today, the way I look at them, the way I appreciate the smallest things in my life, I did not do that before. And I think, I owe it greatly to the sattvic nature of the fruits that I'm putting inside my body. Beauty truly is inside out, right? It's not just outside, but also what you put inside. Okay. I was a tea and coffee addict owing to my work. I'm a chartered accountant by qualification, and I also recently became a lawyer. My work was in a corporate. So I definitely was very, very busy and hectic lifestyle. And even if somebody would offer me tea or coffee at 10 p.m. at night, I would happily say yes. But now I don't. Now I don't. And I also had this mental block. How will I live without tea or coffee? It seems a bit too much, right? I have changed various nutritionists and dietitians and exercise fitness coaches and whatnot. I have tried probably every diet fad that you can imagine, from ketogenic diet to intermittent fasting and everything, right? But nothing has made me feel the way I feel on this journey. It is truly the most natural way of living. Okay. And the most important thing is you do not remain a slave to anybody. What do I mean by that, right? For people who enjoy cooking, fine, but you still have to do a lot of efforts. For people who don't enjoy cooking, you are a slave to somebody who will cook for you and give it to you. Isn't it true? You are dependent on so many factors. Here, it's not the case. You just go out, buy fruits. They are available widely everywhere, and you just eat them as they are, isn't it? Then you don't need to be dependent on dietitians or nutritionists either, right? And imagine when I mean, if you follow a dietitian or nutritionist, they will give you as per your age, as per your body type, as per your body constitution. I don't know, I've even heard for your blood type you should eat rice. So right, there's so many. Sorry.
Yeah. I really feel that I think I'm the only one nutritionist in India who is just telling them to eat fruits and stop all that nonsense. So
Perhaps, yeah, and I'm sure more and more, people will join, because, every practitioner sort of heals, okay? But
yeah,
only a good practitioner will allow nature do its work and heal the body. Correct? So very few people will have the courage like you, Ayushi, to truly show everybody the right path, because I mean, come on, it is a blow to everybody's ego who has spent years and invested time and money in learning something, and now even if they realize with an open mind, how will they ensure their bread and butter, right? If the truth is out there, it's sort of conflict of interest in a great extent. So therefore, not many people truly have the courage to be integral to what is the truth, and for allow everybody to heal naturally. We are very fortunate in Eat Fruits and Heal community. We also have doctors, okay? They have stopped using their prescription pads completely. I'm not kidding. Yeah, this is a fact. So there are very few courageous people who are genuine in nature, and in this community you will find them. So your communication with your own body improves significantly. Your body will tell you when it is time to sleep, and you will sleep. Your body will automatically wake up when it is fresh. So many times you wake up even after sleeping for I don't know how long, 18 hours, it might have happened, right? And you still don't feel fresh or energetic. This will not happen in this journey. Whenever you wake up, you will be fresh and energetic. That's a promise. And you will have natural bowel moments, right? So your body will be cleansing itself the most natural way. I had to be dependent on so many medicines, be it Triphala, different kinds of diuretics, different kinds of laxatives, right? Today, I take none of them. Not only that, but also from the perspective, Ayushi, right? Isn't it true? Anushri, you can back me up, right? For ensuring proper balance of vitamins and minerals. There are so many supplements that people, even dietitians and nutritionists, will recommend. Isn't it true? To people along with the diet, right? Please have vitamin E, we have B complex, you should have calcium supplements and whatnot, right? Vitamin D3 and so on and so forth. None of them are needed in this journey. None of them. Your body is capable of producing anything and everything that it needs to heal itself, stay in a healthy fashion, because that is what is natural. Being unhealthy is not natural, right?
Yeah. So, can you just share those guidelines first, and then we can take some questions from the
Absolutely. Have you shared them with me, Ayushi? I thought it was going to be a part of the PPT.
No, it's not part of PPT. Just wait.
Yeah, Bhagishri, I would like to take a few of the questions which were put in yesterday in Zoom chat.
Yeah, sure. In the meantime, we can take questions, Ayushi. Till then, you could, flash that slide later. Yeah, Anita, over to you.
Yeah, so main people, they had the concern of vitamin D deficiency, because many, they have the concern, usually the doctors prescribe, to eat non-veg to overcome the vitamin B12 or deficiency. So what is your take on this?
Anushri ji can answer this question.
Sure.
Anushri, please
For
take over.
sure. Yeah, for sure. So firstly, I just want to say that all of this wisdom, right, even came to me 12 years ago, fortunately, through this concept called natural hygiene, which is where we do not believe in supplementation. We believe that the body, it knows and has all the intelligence that it needs to do whatever it needs to do. I'll share a bit of my experience and then I'll share why and how this works. So when it comes to vitamin D3 and B12, right, firstly, we need to understand D3 is a hormone. It is not a vitamin. The name is misleading, but it is a hormone. And all hormones are supposed to be made by the body. They are not supposed to be taken from outside. Every time we take in anything from outside, we create imbalances in the body. Also, nobody, no scientific industry, no one in this world can make the way the body intends to use it. Anything. Like, say, for example, when we take salt for sodium, salt is not sodium, salt is sodium chloride, and it's man-made. So the body, it's in an inorganic form. The body needs everything in an organic form, whether it's minerals, hormones need to be made by the body. So the most important thing is to understand that it is not something that we can give from outside. Just like we will not eat iron to get iron in the body, we will not take vitamin D3. Vitamin D3 is made by a whole host of processes in the body, from when the sunlight falls on the skin to the liver, to the kidney. All of them will keep converting it. I will not get into the technical names, and then finally we get vitamin D. The reason why our body is not able to do this is because it is loaded with toxicity. So obviously, when there is so much toxin accumulation in the body's first aim will be to clear out the toxins, not to do all these extra things and growth aspects of the body that are needed by the body, because body cannot grow without cleaning. Just like we can only grow a plant in clean soil, the body will first want to clean. So that is why when you go on this lifestyle, you first clean the body and eventually we start making the vitamin D3 on our own. We obviously have Ayushi, who's here, who is a living example, and we all are actually, in terms of vitamin D3 and how it's changed.
Yeah.
I will also share a bit about my own journey. When I broke 2 bones about 3 years ago, and it was the winter of Chicago, which is obviously very brutal, as most people know. There is barely any sunlight at that point. My vitamin D3 was 4. And I was told that without supplementation, there is no way that my body can heal. Now, I obviously, knowing what I knew since 12 years, I've not taken any supplements. I don't believe in supplementation. I do believe that if we take things in an isolated form, we create more imbalances in the body, because the body does not know how to perform when it gets these things from outside, and we are only adding to the toxic load. So I, from example, can tell you, I did not take supplements. I had to lie to my orthopedic because she refused to even cast me if I did not agree to take the supplements. So I lied to my orthopedic. I told her that I'm taking the supplements because she said you need surgery, and without supplementation, you will have to have surgery. I decided to go the conservative route. I rested. I did whatever I needed to do to let the body do its job. Again, I was on fruits only. This was 3 years ago. I only ate fruits. I avoided salt because I knew that salt will only add to the toxic load. And when I went back to her, she told me that my bone has healed better than she's ever seen bone healing. I did not even need physiotherapy after that. And I mean, I can just say this from experience that supplementation is not needed. But of course, you have to give it that little time, space, and energy. So when you say time, it means you need to be patient. It's not like initially in the first 6 months, your vitamin D3 will start increasing. It might take 6 to 12 months by your the time your body cleans out properly, and then your D3 levels will increase. Space is given by rest, by making sure you get adequate amount of rest when you're going through this transition. And energy is given by fruits, because fruits are the only food that require the least amount of energy for digestion and create the least amount of toxic load, so do not need a lot of cleaning versus anything else that you eat. So this is what it is important to understand with D3. And with B12 also, again, B12 is made in our gut by the bacteria in our gut. For that, we need to have a healthy colon and a gut. Just like Ayushi explained, we have a 12 to, like, we have such a long colon that we need, it'll take time, and we have accumulated toxicity for all these years of our life. So it will take time by the time body can clean it out and then start making the B12. We have seen as nutritionists, dietitians, as even during this journey, we have seen how whether even non-vegetarians who have come to us have come with B12 deficiency, because this deficiency is not because you're not eating animal products. The deficiency is because there's not enough good bacteria in your gut, which can make all of these nutrients that are needed by the body. So yeah, I hope this was clear, and I hope that it answers the question. But if there are any follow-up questions, then Ayushi and Bhagyashree can, add to it if they feel. But Ayushi is definitely someone who has physical reports of her D3 increasing on the Fruitarian lifestyle.
Wow. I mean, this
I will be sharing my reports in the group also, and I have shared it on Eat Fruits and Heal Facebook group also. And we also have a report of a patient of IBS whose vitamin D and B12 have increased on fruit diet.
Amazing.
And those reports are also there on our Eat Fruits and Heal Facebook group. So I'll share the link today. They all can join and they all can explore and see the reports.
Wow.
And I can say if 2 broken bones can heal with a D3 of 4, and my D3 eventually increased, or maybe it didn't even increase significantly during that period of time, but it's just that the body had so much intelligence to do what it needs to do. So all of this is just information that has been bombarded and flooded our minds to just basically promote the medical industry, the pharmaceutical industry, the supplementation industry. These are all marketing tactics which, they've used to get this false knowledge out there.
Definitely. The 4 is quite low, and on that also you recovered so nicely. Amazing. And we have seen, parents, they have the concern, because of the formula food. As they are born, they are being fed with the formula food or the milk, formula milk, I can say, because of the concern of the protein, for the which acts as a building blocks. So again, they have to depend on other sources. So do fruits have the proteins or the the protein intake, if fruit is able to meet the daily requirement of the protein?
If you don't mind, I'll just give a brief, and then please,
Sure.
I urge Ayushi and Anushri to add on it. So whatever we eat, okay, that itself is not absorbed entirely in the body. Isn't it true? Whatever we eat is broken down first by the body, and the essence of it is what is absorbed and assimilated in the body, right? Carbohydrates have to be broken down into sugars, right? Fats into fatty acids and glycerol, and proteins into amino acids. I hope everyone is aware about that, right? So it is not fats that will get absorbed, right? It will get broken down. It's not proteins that will get absorbed, right? It will be amino acids. It gets broken down into amino acids. So our body doesn't need proteins. Our body needs amino acids. So fruits contain all the amino acids that you need, and the rest of the amino acids are produced by the body itself. Okay. So you don't really need protein per se. That's a marketing gimmick that is used by all the artificial industry out there to sell their products, but we don't really need it. In fact, if anything, excess protein, yes, protein ultimately gets broken down into amino acids, and as much as our body needs is there. But what happens with the excess, right? Excess cells will start growing, and what is that? cancer. So too much of protein, if you eat, it can lead to cancer, right? So that's what I wanted to share. Now over to you, Anushree and Ayushi, please add on to it.
For sure. So I'm going to, sorry, there's this tractor outside, so there's a lot of noise, but yeah, okay, great. So I first want to explain that how a cow eats grass, and that is how cow's milk has a lot of protein in it. All carnivores eat herbivores, which are grass-eating animals, and that's how they get their protein. So as frugivores, as Ayushi beautifully explained in the presentation, as frugivores, we need to eat what we are designed to eat, and that is how our body will get the protein. Of course, there are those essential amino acids that are needed, and all fruits have almost all the essential amino acids that are needed by the body. And what the body does is it makes an amino acid pool. So it doesn't on a daily basis need that kind of intake of, each and every essential amino acid. It will pull out from the pool whatever it needs, and it will do what it needs to do to grow. Also, we have to remember mother's milk, which is what we consume during our highest growth phase in life, which is when we are literally doubling in 6 months, we are doubling our body weight. And even mother's milk has only about 5 to 7% protein, if I'm correct. I'm not sure of the exact percentage, but nothing compared to the amount of protein we are told to consume today. Protein is made up of elements like carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, sulfur. Amino acids are made up of carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, sulfur, nitrogen, phosphorus, all these compounds. When we are trying to excrete, so whenever the body takes in something, it does what it needs to do, and then it has to excrete what it doesn't need. So whenever we excrete protein, the nitrogen combines with hydrogen, creates ammonia, creates uric acid in the body, and creates all the toxicity that Bhagyashree was just talking about. And that is why the more we consume, we firstly don't need it because we are not growing the way we used to grow. We are growing in a moderate amount as we grow older. And secondly, we are getting it all from the fruits we eat. And thirdly, it's creating toxicity. So we have to be mindful of all these things when we are consuming protein. Now, we have all been on this fruitarian lifestyle for so many months. I have been on this for 14 months, and I've been pretty much consuming a lot of fruits over the last 12 years. And I've never ever had any kind of issue with protein growth. My hair, skin, nails, everything is absolutely growing beautifully. So we are experientially speaking, with wisdom also, we are attesting to the fact that we don't need that kind of protein. And we know from everything now that protein excess is only creating problems and is responsible for all the health issues that one is facing today. Protein is, because of that excess growth hormone that is now being fed by this protein industry, our cells are growing at a rapid pace, and that is what creates cancer and chronic illness, kidney problems, and things like that. So we really need to be mindful of that. But one has to understand that all that we need is and can be got and found in nature. How can nature not put what is so essential for us in the food that is designed for us? That is something we need to understand so importantly. And Ayushi can share a little more on this, and then we can take up the next question.
Yeah, it's there in most of the researches that extra protein is the cause of all the tumors, cancers, and all the diseases in the body. And I'm sure all of you must be surprised to know that what we get as in chicken pox, smallpox, which is like that, we say that no, once in lifetime you will get. That is because of the extra protein, and that is the detoxification of the body because of the extra protein which we have had in our entire life.
Yeah.
Great. So
thank you
now,
so much.
Yeah, thank you so much
sorry.
giving us such a detailed answer. Now we would like to take up the question answers from the participants. Over to you,
just before that,
Okay.
So just before we jump on the Q&A session, I'd quickly like to brief again of all the guidelines on this fruit journey, right? In case somebody has missed out on it, then now is the time to note it down. As all of us have already summarized amply that this is the most natural way of living. So you have to firstly eat as per your hunger. If you feel hungry, right, eat a fruit. Only one fruit at a time, but you can have multiple fruits throughout the day. The fruits have to be eaten the way it is given by Mother Nature, without any adulteration. Do not add salt, chaat masala, and whatnot. Eat it as given by Mother Nature. And you also have to drink water as per your thirst. There have been people who never feel thirsty, depends on where you are located. If you are not sweating as much. So for example, I'm in a cold location. I'm currently in Switzerland. I don't sweat at all. So I don't drink as much water. If I feel thirsty, certainly I do drink water. But if I don't feel thirsty, the fruits already contain enough water. So it is a possibility. Okay. But in case you experience constipation or if your urine is extremely concentrated, then please drink water, because this is an initial phase. So you may not be able to identify what your body is asking for. Once the communication is established with your body, you will be on your own and you will know and have the wisdom as to when to drink, when to eat and all of that. So in the beginning, you might need a little bit hand holding. So then you can increase your water intake, but do not gulp down water. Take water sip by sip. Okay. Rest is extremely important. Okay. So it is when we are resting, our body basically, it does all the detox and it actually is healing, which is why sleep is indispensable. You need to rest whenever you feel tired. Don't stretch yourself. You start yawning, that's the body's signal, shut down the machine. Okay, go to sleep. Don't stretch yourself at all, because rest is very important. Even if you're doing everything correctly and not resting properly, your body is not going to heal. Okay, so eating correctly, drinking as per your thirst, and sleeping well, these are the three factors that are going to support your body in doing the magic that the body is designed to do. Okay, don't forget to post your photo and share your meals and experience on the group throughout. And I think that's about it. Ayushi, I hope I have covered everything.
That's fine. The format is already shared in the group, in which they have to share their meals and stress levels and everything, how they are feeling.
Yeah. Perfect. Just one last thing. In case anybody is currently on medication of any form, okay, then different people need different approaches. So depending on the severity of your condition at the moment, you might need tapering doses to eliminate it completely, and suddenly stopping may not help. So please consult with your doctor. Also feel free to get in touch with us also. We do have doctors empaneled with us, and with their guidance, we can guide you as to how your doses can be tapered, right? So if it is not very chronic, you can definitely stop them immediately, but please take advice before stopping. Ultimately, you will be medicine free for sure. Okay, don't worry about it. Now, I think unless Anushri or Ayushi want to add something to it, we can have the Q&A round. Yeah.
Yes, we can have the questions. They are waiting for very long.
Yes. Okay, folks, then the platform is open to you guys. Please raise your hands for any doubts, questions, clarifications, and we will cater to each and every one.
Vaishali and Venkatesh, 2 hands are raised.
Okay, we will take one person at a time. So Vaishali, Rajdev, request you to please unmute yourself and switch on your video. Vaishali, Rajdev.
I think Venkatesh ji has switched on this camera. We can take his question.
Okay. Venkatesh? 1 second, you're on mute, Venkatesh. There you go.
Yeah. So thanks for sharing the experiences, those, particularly for vitamin B12 and vitamin D was a concern. So I think Anushri, explained about and how much the timeline. So if I've understood correctly, the timeline for vitamin D and vitamin D, B12 to be improved in anyone's, levels, I think we will have to minimum give around 5 to 6 months.
I would say that because we're all different, I would say that don't set a timeline in your head. Just go with the flow. But I would say test before and test every 3 months after. It's just a very simple blood test. And your body will tell you when it's ready to start increasing. But for sure, if you do it correctly, it will increase.
Okay. So that was one. And
I would say one thing to you, Mr. Venkatesh, that as I told you, like today, the topic was natural living. So you just need to leave everything to the nature. The nature is going to take care of it. You need not to look for the numbers, for the timelines, nothing. You just have to enjoy your life. You just need to enjoy eating fruits and be present in the moment.
So, and when it comes to fruits, is there anything like in the morning time you have more of the juicy fruits and then, maybe the other fruits at the little later half? Because, I see that whenever you eat guavas or maybe whenever you eat even bananas, the chances of having constipation, comes out to be more. But if you if you just tend to have, say, more of like citrus fruits like maybe a mosmi or maybe an orange. So there, the chances of having constipation is little less. At least this is what I had observed. Whenever I used to have, banana is literally out because, I see that it's very heavy to digest. And whenever I eat, guava also, there also I feel that, many of the times the stools tends to be very hard. So that was one of the, question which I had in my mind. This is my experience. I'm sharing the experience on whatever the reality which I've experienced on whenever I have taken those fruits. So that was one question.
But what would have been combined with it would have been cooked food.
No, means I'm telling you about totally when I had some 20 days, 25 days, I don't exactly remember the timeline. It might be a month also, where only the diet was on fruits. And towards the morning time, the starting fruit was either the citrus fruit, either it was an orange, depending upon the season. I stayed Delhi, or maybe an orange. That's where I used to start. Then in the afternoon, because I generally my job is in the sales and I do a lot of field work. So I used to take apple, or maybe sometimes even pomegranate. It was removed and I used to take pomegranate. Or most of the times it was apples. And whenever, other fruits which I tried, like I mentioned about guava and banana, I found that, there was a lot of constipation. So related to that, there was a question. Yeah.
Anushri, you want to say something?
Yeah.
First you say, then I'll say.
Okay.
No,
Yeah. No worries. We will all try to cover up all the points to help you understand. To begin with, constipation is proof that your body has not digested properly. Correct? The digestion begins in the mouth. Okay? It doesn't begin in the stomach. It begins in the mouth. There are various enzymes that are needed for digestion, and saliva is the first enzyme that begins in the mouth. Then there are various other juices that the body secretes to aid digestion.
Okay.
You should not be eating what others tell you to eat because it has certain vitamins, minerals, and this is good for health, this is bad for health. No fruits are bad for health. Okay? Don't eat a guava or a banana because somebody has asked you to. Do you feel like eating it? If you like it, then you eat it. If you don't like it, don't eat it.
Yeah,
It's
banana
not like...
I never like. Banana I never like. But if you ask me about guava, yeah, certainly. If there's a good quality, I would definitely like to relish it. But yeah, I accept your point that it starts in mouth.
Yeah, saliva. Right. So
somewhere that mistake might be
so that
there.
may be a personal preference. If you don't like it, please don't eat it. I love bananas. I absolutely love bananas, and I cannot agree with you one bit that bananas cause constipation. In fact, even in the normal diet, a lot of
And
people,
so
normal
with me, I will
people.
not agree one bit for bananas with you.
No,
Yeah,
it is your
it's
personal
okay.
So,
preference.
Yeah, it's
it's
okay. It's
not
okay. It's
that
okay.
we must be involving all our senses when we are eating our food.
Yeah, you're right.
That is very important for the proper digestion.
You're
Correct.
right.
Correct. So if you
And
don't enjoy
inadequate
something,
water intake also leads to constipation. There are multiple reasons of constipation.
exactly. I was
It's not
going
that any
exactly.
particular fruit is causing constipation. It cannot
Absolutely.
happen, right?
Absolutely.
It's
So
just that you are not, maybe you're not drinking enough water. Maybe already there is some issue in the stomach which is not getting resolved. Okay. Then it also related to the stress levels. There is a gut-brain axis. Okay.
yeah, yeah,
So there are
absolutely.
multiple factors which contribute to constipation. It's not
Exactly.
that just thinking that no, by eating banana I'll get constipation. That's wrong. First you remove this thinking. As soon as you remove this, you will start get healing.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Another thing, if you are having guava, usually traditionally Indians, or I've seen people eating guava with red chili powder and salt.
No.
Isn't it true?
I've
I'm
never
just
done that.
saying,
I've never done.
it's good if you haven't done that, but usually people do that. And if they do that, then of course there'll be water retention. And then for digestion, imagine a mixer grinder. If you're putting something in mixer grinder, it needs water to properly churn, isn't it? So if your body doesn't have enough water, which is it is retaining even if you've consumed, then it will not get digested properly, right? So salt has to be completely eliminated, and you should be enjoying what you eat. This is such a natural form of living, where I reiterate time and again that you don't have any dependency, which means you don't have to follow any timing. No timing. Even if you feel hungry at 12 a.m., 1 a.m., if at all, you're free to eat whatever you like in fruits, one fruit at a time. There is no restriction of timing that after the sunset, do not eat something. This is not at all a guideline that we are sharing. Okay.
Can I
And
interrupt you in between? Can I interrupt you on
please
this
do. Please do.
Yeah. So the thing is that like whenever you are having any kind of disease, like say this lifestyle disease, like the blood sugar or the blood pressure, normally they say that you have to have this fasting period somewhere out around 14 to 16 hours or something like that. So maybe a fruitarian may not follow that, but I think but at least 12 hours shouldn't he be doing, because if you are eating at night 12 o'clock or 1 o'clock, then
if you're unwell,
gap is not there.
okay, I heard you, Venkatesh. If you are unwell, do you feel hungry if you have high
No.
fever? No, right? So that is your body telling you don't eat. Nobody needs to tell you eat fast and then you will heal better. Your body will tell you you're not hungry.
Yeah,
Isn't
Venkatesh,
it?
I would just like to add one example of a few of the patients who have joined us at Fruits and Heal. So, people come and they say, oh, I cannot live without this food, right? And then after few days, they will come after 7 days, they will say, I am really not hungry. And, I just had water today and I am feeling perfectly fine. I'm energetic. So on water only for the maximum days a lady has done water fast with us is 21 days. Sorry, 30 days. Yes. 30 days she was only on water. She had IBS and other issues. And she was energetic, she was going to shopping, she was doing all her work. So now, as I will again repeat, that you need to just forget everything with a new slate of your mind. You just have to surrender yourself to the nature and eat fruits and enjoy them and just forget everything else. Everything else will follow as it is. Yes, Anushri wants to add.
Anushri, please.
Yeah, I want to add something that firstly, you also have to understand constipation is not necessarily always a bad thing.
Exactly.
Sometimes during the detox process, this is supposed to happen. Just always remember, and through this journey, I think this is a very important thing, that without pain, there is no growth. So there will be pain, and the pain will come in different forms. So constipation is also part of the detox, and we are so used to and told that, oh, like we have to pass stool every day. We have to, basically the whole idea of this is to leave all your preconditioned knowledge, ideas, ideologies, and just go with the flow of nature, live as naturally, and let nature do its job. Let the body do what it needs to do. Let all your intelligence not work as much as the body. And the more you let your intelligence rest, the more the body's intelligence will be able to work. So just this is for everyone, that the whole journey, right? If we keep this in mind, and all of us did that, and that is why we've been able to come so far. We've just not like, because I mean, with every day, if we say, oh, today I have constipation, oh, tomorrow I have a headache, oh, through the next 6 to 12 months, you're basically letting your body's intelligence just, like basically as if like a box covered with filth. Slowly you're removing the layer of filth, but it will take time. You're not going to suddenly see the box overnight. It's not like ripping a band-aid. So just go with the flow and be really, really like receptive to all that is coming. That's just my take on it.
Yeah, I mean, the very fact that I'm hearing you and receptively, these things are definitely we agree to that. But what happens when this hurdle comes? Somewhere that questions, they naturally come.
Yeah,
it's not that I am doubting. It's not that I am doubting, but they naturally come. Because
definitely.
You're right, but we are just saying that it's part of the process. So don't think and correlate that, oh, bananas are causing this, or it's like Bhagyashree said, it's your body will tell you which fruit you feel like eating and just go with that. But if you start connecting this wrongly, that, oh, bananas cause constipation, I mean, you don't want to live your whole life fearing bananas, right? So that is why we are saying, don't think that any food does not act on the body acts on food. Remember this. It's very important to understand that it's not the food that it's doing what it's doing. Like apples, some people say cause gas, bananas cause constipation. It's not that. It's the body that is doing all that as part of the process to grow.
Does it help you, Venkatesh, in clearing your doubts?
Yeah, but I mean, I would also at the same time respect my experience, because that's my experience. When
I am encouraging you to respect your experience.
So I would still,
See, Venkatesh, what you can do is you can avoid banana and see. Okay.
Yeah. I think
you can continue
because
with
not only that constipation, but added to that, there is burping, then there is also gas. All those problems are there when one eats.
See, actually,
because you don't like it.
These are not problems.
No, not like it. I like it, but it's only that once you eat it, that's where the whole problem starts. When you are enjoying a very soft banana, and when you are eating it, you really feel you relish it.
Okay.
Only when it goes inside, when it starts, that body starts reacting. That's when you feel, I again made the mistake.
So
I'm correlating anything. There's no prejudice. There's nothing about it. It's just that my experience.
Yeah, we understand that. Venkatesh ji, what happens? The things which you are considering as a problem are not the problem, and actually they are the solution. They are the detox symptoms.
Okay.
Yeah.
It have to come. If you're suppressing a symptom, you are doing something against your body. This is what you will learn in this journey slowly. So you just carry on right now with the fruits you like. You will avoid bananas. But we have a person, she was from Mumbai. She said that whenever I eat banana, I am very scared of banana. Whenever I eat banana, I start sneezing a lot. Okay, so I don't eat bananas. So Gaurav sir asked her, you will eat only bananas for this week. And she ate only bananas. And to our wonder, it was like to her wonder, we were knowing the facts, yes, because this is just a detox symptom. Sneezing is a detox symptom, or acidity or bloating is a detox symptom, right?
Yeah.
So she ate bananas, and just for 2-3 days she sneezed, and after that it was okay. She never sneezed after that, and now she's perfectly fine. She is not getting any cough, any cold, nothing. She's a yoga teacher. Her flexibility has improved, and she's doing good. She had lots and lots of acne on her face, and now it's very clear. After being a yoga teacher, she was doing all the practices of yoga, but she couldn't get rid of her acne and this sneezing.
Yeah, and one last question is that most of the joints, they're like some shoulder, there is some pain in the shoulders, there's some pain in the knee. So does this over a period of time when you keep on eating fruits, will it go naturally?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Okay. 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 Thank you. I think. Thank
I
you.
would like to add to that. So I had a lot of body ache. I used to take massages regularly. Okay. I used to go to spa regularly. I don't anymore. Okay. So all kinds of pains in your body will also go away once your body has healed. But in the beginning, different people have different detox symptoms, and by detox, it is like someone may have a fever, someone may have a headache, someone may have
Our tomorrow's topic. We will be explaining this in detail tomorrow. Let's take other questions today. People are waiting.
Perfect. Yeah. So thank you, Venkatesh ji. Next we have so Venkatesh ji, please lower your hand to avoid confusion. Next is Gagandeep Kaur. Please unmute yourself and switch on your video. Yeah.
Thank you, everyone. My question is that last day I asked about psoriasis PCOD, I got the answer. But now question is that I wanted to start with homeopathic. So should I start or should I first go with the flow for this thyroid PCOD and psoriasis?
Ayushi.
Definitely, you can go with the flow. Many at our platform, they have healed this without taking any kinds of medicine. So it's your will. You can believe in nature and start your journey with us.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Gagandeep. Request you to please lower your hand to avoid confusion. Next is Narayana Kumari. Oh, sorry. Narayana Kumari ji.
I think meanwhile, take it from
She's asking to be unmuted.
Okay, wait. Narayana Kumari cannot unmute herself. I think you can unmute it, Narayana.
Yeah, Narayana Kumari ji, aapka video. Could you please switch on your video?
Yeah. Good afternoon. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. Okay.
Thank you.
I'm in US and most of the fruits are available throughout the year. Yesterday during the discussion, sir mentioned that try to go with the seasonal fruits. So how do we determine and how do we choose the seasonal fruits when everything is available?
So I would first like to ask you, where in the US are you?
I'm in Florida.
Okay. So Florida is paradise for this lifestyle. You are absolutely in the perfect place, and there pretty much all the tropical fruits are available all year round. But there are charts on the internet which will tell you which fruits are most in season. I'll just give you an overview of how we know seasonal fruits. So there are 3 categories of fruits, right? There are your pulpy and sweet, like all fruits should be sweet, but there are your pulpy fruits like bananas, papayas, chikus and things like that, the sapotes in the US. There are your citrus fruits and there are your water-rich fruits like melons, apples, and berries. And berries will probably be citrus depending on which berries they are. So obviously when it's really hot and the body needs a lot more hydration, nature comes out with a lot of citrus and water-rich fruits. So your melons and your berries and your all citrus like oranges will come out during summer season. Then during fall and spring again is like transition, but during fall, as the weather starts to cool down, apples come in season, and grapefruits, like the really strong citrus comes in season. And then during winter, obviously there's apples, and there are fewer fruits because the body needs more rest and it needs more hibernation, and digestion slows down. So fewer fruits are available. Things like bananas and papayas are available throughout the year, so they can be eaten throughout the year. But if you look online, there are charts to guide you. But in Florida, for the most part, a lot of fruits are available through the year.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Most of the fruits are available.
There will be one
throughout the
thing I'm
year.
sure, which is everywhere, that the fruits which are in season, they are less costly.
And they're
So that
sweeter
will
to
also-
taste. Yeah.
Yeah, and they are sweeter in
Mm.
taste. You will enjoy them. So this is the best way to know. Anywhere of the world you are living, that would be definitely less costly, and it
Sure.
would be sweeter, and you will be enjoying that rather than the other fruits which are not in season.
Yeah.
Okay.
And also, for sure, like I can tell you in Florida right now, I called Florida for say grapefruits. They were like, the season's over. So, you know,
Yeah.
if you can try to go to the local farmers markets, it's the best place to buy local seasonal fruits. So there's one, try to eat organic, try to eat local seasonal. Most importantly, it's seasonal, then eat organic, and then if you can get local food, right? So if you go to the farmers market, that's another good place to find what is local and seasonal.
Yeah, a couple of farmers markets I went to, those farmers who were selling clearly said they bought it from the market themselves and they're selling it there. It's not their own produce.
Interesting. But, you know, I would
Yeah.
tell you to still call up and Google some farms around and try to go there, because that's what I do here in New Jersey, especially
New
during
Jersey, I
this
know.
season.
I was in New Jersey earlier. In summer, you have a lot of farms open, and I used to go there. But the difficulty in Florida is not very many farms in and around the place where I am. So that was the reason I was asking.
Okay. Right now, you can
You told me the
definitely enjoy the
characteristics.
mangoes in Florida. But another way to really guide you on this journey is on Facebook. There are a lot of fruitarian communities which are in the US. So to ask questions there, that in my location, in my city, where can I get seasonal local fruits? So that's where people will answer. So there is this, there's a really amazing group called low fat fruits. Actually, I can maybe find the group and send it in the chat box in a few minutes.
Thank you. That
But
would be appreciated.
definitely log on to that group and ask questions there, that in Florida where you are, where you can find it. So that'll be very helpful. I'll find it right now and I'll put it in the group.
Yeah, that's very helpful. That's great.
For
Thank
sure.
you.
Thank you. Thank you,
Thank you
Nana.
so much, ma'am. Next, CK, may I request you to please unmute yourself?
Yeah, thank you. Hello, everyone. I have attended for the first time today, and I really liked it and inspired by all of you. So my question is that many of the times I have started like this, joined some group also for this, then I fail. I will continue for 1 or 2 days, and then I will be not able to follow this. And I love having tea, and I want to really stop taking it, but I am not able to do it. So I want to know how to start this journey, and so that I can continue in the long run, because I know I have bad food habits, and right now I am struggling with my low energy levels. I want to do something, but I am not able to do. And my willpower is also very low. So I really want to work through diet, and I believe in this thing that a body heals itself.
What
So
what is your present diet?
see, for example, I have started taking in the morning, like sometimes upma poha like this, followed by tea. And then in the afternoon, salad, chapati, dal, curd, and then chach. As it is summers, I'm in North India. And again in the night, sometimes I will have one chapati, or I will skip the meal if I have taken something heavy snack with the tea in the evening, which I generally take around 6 or 7. So I really want to change my diet.
Okay, so you are having milk and milk products.
Yeah, sometimes in the night I take milk, but half cup, not more than that.
You're taking milk, you're taking charge, you're taking ghee, right?
And
Pardon?
curd. And curd.
Curd.
You're taking milk,
So
you're
you
taking
are
charge, you're taking curd, you're taking ghee, right?
Yes, 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 I take.
okay. So now what is happening with you? As you said that I have been trying but not able to do. I come but I can't do. I
Yes,
know everything but still I'm not able to do.
yes,
You know you believe in the power. So here you need to work on your karma part because you are involved in animal cruelty, which is taking you back.
Weighing you
Maybe
down.
you have all the knowledge in the world, but you won't be able to eat fruits because universe is not manifesting it unless and until you will stop that cruelty.
okay,
Do you understand what I'm trying to say?
yes.
Are you
What
you attended
what
yesterday's
can you
session, right?
explain?
Yeah.
No, I didn't.
Oh, okay. She
Okay.
didn't.
So by drinking milk, we are simply snatching away food of another child of nature or child of God.
Ayushi, if
Yeah,
you don't
this,
mind, I can take this
yeah,
piece.
this I
Sure,
have
sure.
read this I have read the I have gone through the post which are posted in this, but still I am not able to stop it.
Okay.
But I am
Okay.
on this side that I will in future will stop doing this.
So no, not in future. It's just now. Now is
Okay,
the time that you can do everything. Why in future?
okay.
Do
Isn't
you
it?
want to
Just
start healing in the
be
future, or do
yourself.
you want to start healing now?
Yes, now.
Right. Are you aware as to what how you are contributing in cruelty?
Yes.
How?
See, if I'm drinking the milk, then the person who is milking, maybe I have not seen how he is taking that out, because I came to know that if it is done through the machines, then it is very, very painful for the animal.
Okay. So you think that if it is done by the person, it's okay.
No, no, not that. I'm saying if it this is done with the machines, then it is so painful for the animal. So that way I am very
Okay,
at the
that
back.
okay.
I feel
Okay.
very bad for
Understood. I have
both ways.
I have a sense that you are not aware of the process. We will share some videos on the group. I request you to please go through them to
Okay,
actually understand the industry, how it functions. I will
okay,
help in summarizing in words, but words cannot do justice, unfortunately. So I would appeal to you that please, I urge you to please have a look at the video. So to begin with, um, again, I reiterate, this is the most natural form of living, right? In Fruitarianism, right? Which is a holistic way of living. Your mind, body, soul, spirit, everything. Okay? Right? When you were born intelligent. Like again, I'm reiterating it again. Did you ever, as a child, feel like going to a cow, milking the cow and drinking cow's milk? Or
no, I
did
have never.
somebody give it to you and then you acquired the taste?
Yes,
Isn't it true?
somebody offered, yeah, gave it to me, and
And
then
then you
I had it.
got accustomed to it, and then it became
Yes,
a habit, correct?
yes,
But your natural intelligence will never ask you to go and milk somebody else and then drink it, right?
oh yeah,
We as humans, when we were born, we naturally drank our mother's milk, all of us, isn't it? You drank your mother's milk, I drank my mother's milk, right?
yeah.
Did you even ever think of drinking your aunt's milk?
No,
Why? It's not natural, right?
yeah,
When we can't even fathom or imagine drinking another human's milk, why are we drinking animal's milk,
okay. Yes, I understood.
right? Except for humans, which other species on this planet drinks somebody else's milk? It's odd, right? Isn't it? Are you understanding? Another thing is that not only is it unnatural for us, it's also very, very cruel.
Mm-hmm.
Cows are impregnated artificially, forcibly, they are raped. They actually are raped, right? And imagine the karmic cycle in this universe. As you do, so shall you reap, isn't it?
Yes.
You agree with me? You stay with me, okay?
Yes.
And please respond. If you disagree
Yeah.
also, I highly encourage you to respond. We will have a
Yes.
discussion. I don't want to impose my thoughts on you, okay?
Yeah.
So as you do, so shall you reap. Would you like it if somebody rapes you? I'm sorry for the harsh words, but just imagine, right?
No.
No, correct? Do you think the cow likes it when somebody is forcing her to impregnate her?
No.
No, right? So imagine the pain that the cow is going through. Once impregnated, however, later when the calf is born, no matter how how painful the process was, once a woman becomes a mother, the child is very important to the mother, isn't it?
Yes.
Right? A calf is born, and the right of the milk is rightfully the calf's, isn't it true?
Yes.
But is the calf getting the milk?
No.
Because humans are drinking it.
Okay.
And imagine the cruelty. I don't know if you have kids, but scientifically you might know that a woman will produce milk so long as her baby
The
is
child. Yeah.
drinking milk.
Yeah.
Right? When the baby stops drinking or you don't give it, you'll stop producing milk. Isn't it true?
Yeah. When the demand is there, supply is there.
Yeah, correct. So that's nature is taking care of it, isn't it?
Yeah.
Naturally. So what they do is they take the calf towards the breast of the cow,
Okay.
okay? And once it starts milking, they kick off the calf.
Okay.
And then they take out the milk for humans.
Okay.
In real, cows, we call them Go Mata in our culture.
Yes.
Right? Because you look into their eyes, you'll feel so much love, affection, as if it's your mother. We misunderstand it as because we feel like it's our mother, we can drink its milk. That's not true. Look at the innocence in the eyes. They're so expressive and they have so much love, like a mother. They cry. They are hurt by the sentiments. Okay. Also, another thing, whenever somebody offers you food, the person who cooks it, if the person has a lot of anger while cooking it, a lot of negative emotions while cooking it, and it is served with you, don't you think those emotions get absorbed by the food?
Yes.
And what do you think happens in the milk when the cow is crying?
Okay.
Additionally, not only are cows raped, they are also treated very cruelly. And they are given a lot of artificial hormones to increase the milk production, which ultimately comes in the milk. So not
Yes.
only are there negative emotions in milk, not only is it wrong karma to snatch someone else's right,
Okay.
it has a lot of hormones that are bad for you. And so it modifies the way your natural ability to think is.
Okay.
So there is one natural instinct that you have, that you want to change your lifestyle, and that is the only reason why you've joined us. Otherwise, you wouldn't have. And you also
Yes.
understand naturally that this journey is going to help you transform and achieve your true potential. You know this. But the reason why you're not able to do it, because you lack the wisdom. Knowledge is knowing that tomato is a fruit, and wisdom is not putting it in a fruit salad. Correct?
Okay.
So you have the knowledge, but you lack the wisdom because you don't understand what cruelty is. Always try to keep yourself in those shoes that somebody else is. If you're able to feel their pain, you will not do it. If you're having difficulty in giving up your chai, which has milk, just think about where it's coming from.
So to be very straight, I would say that you are not drinking milk tea or you're not drinking charge. You are actually drinking the blood. Because of you, the if it is a female cow, they are taking care of it. If it is a male cow, they are just sending them to slaughterhouses. So you are also the reason for beef industry.
Yes.
So now I have a question for you. If you have the understanding right here, right now, are you ready to give up on that cup of tea and charge and milk?
Yes.
So just ask yourself truly, right? One
Right.
is, do you call yourself a vegetarian or a non-vegetarian?
See, if in that case, if I go through your wordings, then it is non-vegetarian.
No, not just our wordings, your understanding of vegetarianism and non-vegetarianism.
See, I call myself vegetarian.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Because you don't eat meat, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Meat,
fish,
eggs.
meat, eggs, correct? Milk is as non-veg as egg is because it's an animal product. The
Yes.
meaning of vegetarian. How is milk vegetarian? Is it growing in farms? Not cow farms, but you're getting the sense that I'm trying to say. Not the fruitarian definition, is the actual meaning. Milk cannot be called as vegetarian. So if you're drinking milk, you cannot call yourself vegetarian. That's one.
Okay.
Right? And understanding the karmic cycle and everything, do you feel like now drinking?
No.
Another thing is that in the natural cycle of life, right, there will be no need for beef per se. Why is there so much consumption of beef per se is you are also contributing when you drink milk. When a baby is born, if the calf is a male calf, like Ayushi rightfully pointed out, it is of no use to the dairy industry. It's sent to the butcher's house or the slaughterhouse, right? Immediately. Or they may be, some of them may be preserved for inseminating the cows in future. That's it. But ultimately, it will be sent to the butcher's house. The cow, if it's a baby calf, it will be grown into a cow and tortured again for milk in the same way its mother was. Even the cows that are taken care of by, those cow farmers, they do not take care of the cow for life. The moment the cow hits menopause, the moment the cow is unable to produce milk, that cow is also sent to the butcher's house. And in natural cycle, this wouldn't happen. It's because they are breeding, they're impregnating artificially. There is so much of population of cows and calves that they are forced to send them to the butcher's house, which is so cruel, isn't it?
Yes.
So when you drink milk, you are actually encouraging slaughter.
Okay.
So if you are, as you said, yes. So if you're ready to leave milk today itself, you want to heal yourself with us, you can take the pledge. Okay. You can take the pledge that I will not be using any dairy products. I will not be involved in any animal cruelty like using honey, silk, leather. And I will also spread this word, and I will also not let it happen around me as far as possible.
Okay. But I think I agree with you, but give me some time because I think it should come from my heart.
Exactly. That is what we want. That's why
that is what we want, which is why if you remember,
you can think, just think, give yourself time. You can share your video in the group. Okay. Take your time, share your video in the group, and then you can start your journey.
Yes.
Definitely, you will be healing. You will be experiencing the ultimate peace which we are talking about.
Okay.
That's the first thing
I also
said. I do
just
not want
to share. I want to just share about my own experience in like just a second. That 12 years ago, I became vegan for my own health reasons and for my own selfish reasons, because I understood how how humans are lactose intolerant and how dairy is not good for me. But despite that, my real healing has only happened in the last 14 months, wherein I've understood the karmic effect of why it is so important not just to stop it for, I mean, it is not important to stop it for our own health, but to understand the karmic cycle aspect of it and how to spread the knowledge and the word and the wisdom around. That is so important, because the universe will transform our health and make us into people who are healthy warriors only if we are helping the universe by doing what the universe has sent us here to do. So that is why it is really important, and we can talk from experience that how it's not just about becoming vegan for the sake of, okay, I understand it, but it's really that deep understanding and connection. As you said, you need.
Yes, I agree with you.
Yeah. So, but I just want to share from experience that it's not, overnight. Like, it took 12 years. And that's when now I feel like I have healed in all forms, which did not happen despite all the knowledge that I had gained 12 years ago, which was exactly what I've learned today. It was nothing different, but I could only implement it. It only would work. The universe only let me really, really experience it to the fullest when I made these changes. That's just something I wanted to share.
Yeah, I think I will not take so many, I will not take long time, because I am also on this, now I will not use that spiritual path, but I also meditate, but now you have shared with me so many facts. I was knowing, but I was not thinking so deep. And I have also seen the videos long time back. But the thing is that we know many things, but we don't apply. The thing is that.
Knowledge and wisdom.
We don't accept, actually, that's why I chose this topic today.
So
we are living in a world, in an unnatural world. So now you will be able to decide that, yes, I have to live in the natural.
Yes. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. We are looking forward to hearing from you.
Your video in
Yes.
the group.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Sure.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
We can take.
Yes. Navneet Kaur, request you to please unmute yourself and switch on your video.
Hi, everyone. And thank you so much for this information. I just want to know about the dry fruits and almond milk and cashew milk. That's it. Hello?
Yes, we can hear you. Okay, fine.
Okay.
Anushri, do you want to say?
Go ahead.
Somehow feel that I want to talk, and then I realize, okay.
Go ahead, Bhageshri.
Anushri ji is someone who was on a raw vegan diet since last 12 years. Okay, but she couldn't experience complete healing. But since last 14 months, right? 1 year and 2 months, she's on fruits, so she has experienced her healing. So I guess she will be the best person to answer this question.
Okay.
Thank you, Ayushi. So I can, attest to the fact that 12 years I was eating a lot of dry fruits. Dry fruit is nothing but fruit that has been dried. All its moisture has been removed, and also in a lot of cases, today the dry fruit that we get is machine made. It's manufactured in a facility. It's not even like, because in nature also, when a grape dries, it will rotten. It will not become a raisin. But anyways, because the moisture content has been removed, it is absolutely not something that should be consumed. And it is because, yes, it's giving the sugar for the energy, but what we really need for healing is the water, which will hydrate all the toxins that we have in our system, and that's when we'll be able to easily throw out the toxins. So the most important thing is to eat fruits, one, the way nature intended it, the way nature has given it. As Ayushi explained, we are trying to move more towards it. So that's very important. Two, to understand that we need the water and the moisture, so not to be consuming anything that has been dried, whether it's dried fruit or not. Because again, when we are doing it, we're like, oh, we're getting nutrition. We don't have to get nutrition. We have to get energy. We have to get hydration and let the body do what it needs to do. So that is very important. Same with nuts, right? Nuts are not food that nature designed for us to eat. And that is why in nature, if you go out and try to have an almond, you won't even be able to break the shell. And at the most, you'll succeed with breaking one and slowly eating one. And again, how much water content is there in nuts? So nuts are not food for us. And especially right now, when we are trying to heal during the next few months, that we are trying to detox or giving the body the energy and the lucrative conditions to detox. At that point, it should be completely avoided. After that, once in a while, because you feel like it, if you feel like it, go by your natural instincts. And I can tell you, after 14 months, as Ayushi said, I have consumed, so the last 12 years, I've pretty much been on raw food, but I used to have a lot of juices. I used to have a lot of nuts, lot of dried fruit, but a lot of fruit as well. So that is why my health was in like good, decent condition and nothing so drastic, but it never was anything close to what I've experienced in the last 14 months. I mean, it's a world of difference, and that is why we are here to urge you guys, don't make the same mistakes again. So yeah, you won't need it. Almond milk and all of this, anything that's not natural that you have to make. Firstly, it's such a headache. When you get on this lifestyle, you'll realize how amazing and simple life can be. So just go with the flow, be with it. Don't do anything that will overburden your body.
You know, even
Thank
now,
you so much.
even its life is going to be so simple and it's so easy, and you will be able to relate everything, that you're wasting so much of time in cooking or making juices or so. You know, even when I'm making things for my family, as soon as I pick up that knife, I tell to myself that, oh, now I have to waste so much of time and then I have to cook it, and then they are getting nothing out of it, you know, adding salt and everything, right?
And yeah, I'm telling you, 12 years, the amount of juicing and whatnot. So even if we keep it in the raw form, I mean, cooking is obviously like totally denaturing the food, but even if you keep it in the raw form, the simpler you do it. I mean, smoothies are okay once in a while, but even that, I feel like just picking up and eating a fruit is the best thing to do and the best way to live. And seriously, we all feel like, what a waste of life, but I guess nothing is a waste. It's all what got us to the point that we are.
Failures
So
are
we try
stepping
to look at
stones.
it
Yeah.
objectively.
So we really don't require any almond milk, any cashew milk, nothing is required. Just
Correct.
only sweet,
Absolutely.
juicy fruits.
If I may just add one thing to it, is that nutritionally speaking, it's best to avoid adding fats in your body, right? Whatever traces of fats
Exactly.
that are required by your body, fruits contain those. Okay. Imagine fats ultimately like grease, right? There's a pipe and you constantly, put in fat or oil, and what will happen is the grease will get accumulated in your system. So you don't want that. Those are toxins. So you want to eliminate those. So fruits will eliminate those. Nuts contain
And you know,
fats.
most of the times, you know what happened? People get attracted towards these nuts or dry fruits, is that they are told that it has got good cholesterol, good fat, right?
Yes.
But the reality is that that good cholesterol is made by your liver on its own in the presence of eating fruits, completely fruits.
I hope
Yes.
that answers your question.
Yeah.
For
Thank you so
example, the omega-3, omega-6 imbalance that has been hyped up, and that is why a lot of people eat, like, say, walnuts, because they want to get their omega-3s to lower inflammation. Firstly, the fruits, when we create the right conditions in the body, the inflammation goes away. This omega-3, omega-6 imbalance is first created by eating so much fat in our diet because of all the cooked food, because of all the isolated fats that we are eating. And that's when then they say, okay, add the omega-3. But if you eat fruits, you're getting it in the absolutely right proportion that the body needs it. Because when nature makes the food, like mother's milk gives the child everything in that right proportion. When nature makes the food, you get everything in a right balanced proportion. And that is why it's so important to understand what Ayush explained about all natural living and how everything we do should be governed by the principles of natural living.
Thanks a lot. Thank you so much for this information. And one more question. Sometimes we drink warm water. So we drink warm water or this normal room temperature water?
So water should be at room temperature, because if the body will do what it needs to do to make that temperature balance. But if we drink, firstly, we're turning off the stove to heat the water. Anything, again, it's unnatural to turn on the fire. And secondly, then if we are drinking warm water, we are again doing it to flush out toxins. We are forcing the body to do something that maybe it's not ready to do. Maybe, so when you're doing it artificially, it's like a stimulant to the body. When you whip a horse, it's going to run, but then it's going to crash. So that's what your body is going to do if you do it artificially. Let the body do the cleaning when it's ready, how it wants to do it, what time, whenever. So again, nothing that is like unnatural should be done. So regular room temperature water.
Thank you so much. Thanks a lot. Thank you so much.
Yeah,
Thank you.
So in that, sir had shared something. If the temperature in which you are living, and it's so hot that the water naturally is hot, you can drink it. If the water is naturally cold, you can drink it. But you shouldn't heat it or make it cool and drink it, right? That's the thing. Thank you so much, Navneet-ji. I hope it answered all your questions. Thank you so much. Okay, all the best. Any other questions? I think we are already over time, so we may conclude. Anushri, would you like to take the concluding session?
I think this was wonderful, and thank you so much everyone for patiently listening to us. Please feel free to come back with all your questions and keep messaging on the group, as all those guidelines and instructions were given with your pictures, with your food meal format, and ask a lot of questions. We are there to help you guys on the group, and just be with the journey and enjoy the journey with us. This is going to be the most exciting transformation that you'll ever experience in your life. And we are so excited to share this space with you. So looking forward to seeing you all tomorrow with a lot of information, amazing presentations, and we'll be sharing more of our story, our journey, and answering all your questions. So thank you so much once again, and have an absolutely wonderful fruity life.